Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So I'm doing a quick follow-up video to the one that I posted previously about what happened at the Oscars between Chris Rock and Will Smith. Now, I've already said, how I felt in that video about the situation, which was that two wrongs don't make a right, that Will Smith did not have the right to put his hands on Chris Rock despite what he said. Now, after watching the speech, the least I have to say about this, to be honest, is that I don't want to say I was disappointed in Will Smith, because to say I'm disappointed would imply that I had some sort of expectations for him to begin with, which I don't with most of these celebrities, because if you haven't learned by now, which you need to, that you can't expect a lot because they're human just like us. They make mistakes just like us. And sometimes I think we put them on a pedestal, which is why we become so surprised when they do things that we don't think that they should. But I did think, or at least gave him credit for, being able to react with more class to a situation like that. But anyways, his speech that he gave whenever he was accepting his award, when he was talking about God and, what his role was, I guess, that God, made him for, and what God wanted him to do. And a lot of people felt that it was very conflicting, because it's like, you're talking about God wanted you to show love and protect people, but you literally just did the opposite of that to a man in a situation where you had the perfect opportunity to turn the other cheek and show love. That would have been the perfect example of that. He could have been like, man, I could have said a whole lot of stuff. I could have walked on stage and slapped you for what you said about my wife, but I didn't, because I feel like God is trying to get me to show love, but he didn't do that. He really missed his chance there. I really didn't agree with him, using God in his acceptance speech, because, like I said, his message was pretty conflicting, and it kind of upset me. Well, it didn't kind of. It did upset me that this has really blown up really fast. Within just a few hours, just a few hours of this happening, this blew up fast all over Twitter, all over Instagram, YouTube. And it was mostly, ashamedly to say, Black people who were supporting his decision to basically take the lower route and be aggressive and assault another Black man. It is really a joke for us as people to even complain about Black on Black violence, or say Black people shouldn't be hurting other Black people, but then throw all of that out of the window just because we want him to be gangster. We want him to be hood. Oh yeah, if he would have said something about my wife, I would have smacked him too. Or just because we think it makes him the better man, or that's what he should have did because he hurt somebody's feelings, or he said something he shouldn't have. As talented as Will Smith is, that was very immature for him to do. And then for him to get up and use God in his award acceptance speech, that was just unacceptable. Like I said in the previous video, his actions were completely unacceptable. Will Smith was still wrong for putting his hands on Chris Rock. But you know what's the biggest joke of it all? You know what's really funny? The Oscars, they don't care. They want Black people to be punching each other up, rolling around on the stage, making a mockery of ourselves. And afterwards, they're going to say, this is why we don't let y'all come to the Oscars. This is why there are no Black people that are getting any awards. Honestly, this entire ordeal was just sad. But anyways, you all tell me what you think in the comments. I stand by what I said in him being wrong. And while he was doing all that apologizing, he should have apologized to Chris Rock. But whatever. Anyways, I stand by what I said. But you all let me know how you feel in the comments down below.